Yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang us in the club, baby, you got to get up. Cause homies, thug homies, yeah, they giving it up. Low lie, yo lie, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 when she crept in the back door. Chickens looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this mother, just a swank in my hair. Trick, quick talking, crip walk if you down with the set. Take a bullet with some grip and take the smoke on this jet. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if you happen to get cracked, trick, shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the S, you be relieving your stress. Da 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 da. It's the one and only Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.E. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Da 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 da. It's the one and only Eagle Double G. Eagle Double G. Hold up.
Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is ThaWarrior925, and we're doing a podcast today. And I got the homie GRIZZ Zombies, GRIZZ Viollent in the building. What's going on, bro?
Hey, man. Just excited to talk Fortnite.
Is this the second podcast we've done? Third? I think it's the second or third.
Probably third.
Good old
if not
zombie
more.
days. But we're here to talk about Season 5, and there's a whole bunch of stuff added to Season 5. There's good stuff, there's bad stuff, there's new areas. Let's get into some of the new stuff. GRIZZ, what do you think of the new teleportation, getting out of the storm, the rifts? What's your thought process on those? Good, bad, awesome?
Well, I think when it comes to Season 4 and the rest of the seasons that we've had, you know, and some of the repeating problems that other game developers continue to make is that they don't innovate the gameplay as well. So what we're seeing now in Season 5 is Epic Games' take on changing the gameplay. And in the element of adding a rift that you can run through, come in through the sky, changes the entire way in which predators, you know, attack this game. So if you're someone who likes to attack, you're going to use this to your advantage and try to get kills with it by swiping right behind somebody without them seeing. And I think that's what was needed here for Season 5.
It's like a jump pad without having to actually find a jump pad. Just I always, when I land Pleasant, if I see people going towards Loot Lake, I always go up to where the Durr Burger is now, up on the hill, because I could always expect the rift to be there, and then boom, I'm right behind them, and they don't even know. It's great. And
also for the storm, you can't go without mentioning the storm, because you can last a lot longer looting in a certain spot now than you could at any other time, because you have to run. But now if you have a rift nearby and you are camping that rift, making sure no one else is going to jump through it, you have that to your advantage. You pop in from the sky, and do you know how far you can travel?
Oh, yeah.
Really far. It's like a jump pad plus some.
Yeah, me and Little Man get from the new place, the desert, Paradise Palace. We get from there all the way to like Dusty or Salty, and that's a long way on foot.
Yeah,
so you can a long way. You can just escape the storm. So if we're the only ones there, we can loot the entire place, not have to worry about, you know, the storm coming in, and we can just hop in one of those rifts and just, there we go. We're all the way at Salty. Let's start looting it.
You know, I'm having an awesome time in Season 5. There's not really a dull moment, mostly because out of nowhere you start hearing this engine coming towards you, and you're like, what is this team? And it's just a team of guys on one of these all-terrain vehicles out of nowhere.
Yep.
And that's what's awesome, too, is that there's new mechanics for driving. You know, it was awesome at first with the shopping cart. And this created another way that you could get out of the storm quickly. And so it was like, okay, we got something. But now we have an actual vehicle we can drive anywhere.
I'm excited that they added the golf carts or the all-terrain vehicles. They're awesome. Have you found that they're only in certain areas, or I've only
They're
really
random.
I've only seen them really at the new Paradise and seen it at the waterfall of the new ship area, and then like
I've seen it at Flush a few times.
yeah. See,
That we've been there,
I haven't gone out
and
to those places yet.
oh, you know, going back to Flush, it just brings back good times. Then you got Flush 1 just ahead of it, and those two spots, man, those are really golden area, and I like that they haven't touched it yet, because it's just one of those areas where you can get some good loot to start out with, and if you ride the storm, it's just an area I favor most definitely.
Have you noticed in the new in the Paradise place in the desert that there's it's like a Junk Junction 2? Have you noticed the 2.0? It's like a whole it's pretty much Junk Junction, but just over on that side of the map now. It's kind of strange. It's all beat up rusty cars that are about to get squashed. It's like almost Junk Junction over there.
You know, there's really one area in particular that I really like in that whole new area, and I'm not even going to mention it
because you don't want people going there.
Exactly. It's an area in the desert that has a lot of loot, and for those of you who know exactly what I'm talking about, you know you don't want me to tell anybody. So I'm gonna stick to my guns here and say there's a great spot there that I really enjoy.
Okay.
And shout out to you guys who know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, me and Little Man, we'll have to go search for it later. So what are your thoughts on the double pump, the time delay between switching to shotguns? Are you in favor?
It.
You're in favor of it?
Yeah, I love it for the very cool reason that, you know, you were seeing some clips where people were switching shotguns and getting some serious amount of kills just by doing that method, and that's really hard to beat up close. But you take that away, you still have a great alternative, but it's switched now from a pump that is so powerful to a tac that is so much faster.
Yep.
And the tac doesn't seem to be affected in the same way that a pump is when it comes to shooting. I'm not saying you can rock a double tac, no.
Yeah.
But if you rock a single tac, you can pump shots a lot faster without that delay. But this opens up more avenues for gameplay because you can now replace another slot that you would have a shotgun in with another weapon. And so a lot of people are finding, well, what do I fill that with?
Yep.
And this is what Season 5 is all about, is discovering yourself.
We were talking about that earlier on Twitter. You posted a poll on, what was it again? You posted a poll, what's your secondary now to, or you were asking about the drum gun or something as your AR.
Oh,
it's kind of confusing. It's kind of confusing now because the drum gun came into play.
Right. I can explain this pretty well. There's three options here that I feel takes up the new slot that you have. And a lot of people at one point would say it's a tactical submachine gun or a suppressed submachine gun. I'm almost going to say that a rare drum gun, you know, because when you start out with the other variants, you want to eventually get to rare drum gun.
Yeah.
Would be in the same slot, especially for the same people who rock it for different reasons. And I just wanted to know, if you had to pick one, which would it be? Would it be a rare suppressed submachine gun or an epic tactical submachine gun, which is the most powerful?
Yeah.
Or but here's the thing: the rare suppressed submachine gun, I've tried to get some kills with it, and it does have a fast rate of fire.
Oh yeah,
and a fast kill time. So it's very debatable if the rare one is better than the epic tactical, but a lot of people like the epic tactical, which is
I'm a fan of the blue suppressed submachine gun. I feel like it's a laser beam. It shoots really quick. It's not as hard to control as a tac submachine gun, but obviously if you can hit your shots with the tac submachine gun, they're gonna get melted quick.
And here's the other thing too: is I don't think a lot of people are dropping their gold scar or even you know, an epic assault rifle. I don't think they're dropping that for a rare drum gun. I think they're also holding the rare drum gun in another slot, and they're not dropping that. So but I do think that they share the same ammo.
Yeah, so in certain situations, if I have a gold scar, I will keep it, and then usually after that, I'm running a blue tac shotgun or a blue pump, and then my third gun. This is what you're talking about. It kind of gets tricky. Do I drop the purple tac submachine gun, or keep the blue drum gun? Because I'm a fan of both, because they both shoot extremely fast. But in a situation like that, if I have a gold scar, I'm probably going to keep the tactical submachine gun. But the drum gun is,
Right.
if you don't have a purple or a blue, then the drum gun, in my opinion, will almost do the same thing for you.
Here's the other thing is, at any point in time, are you ever holding a blue assault rifle while you're holding a rare drum gun?
I do not. I just hold the drum gun personally.
It's one or the other. See,
Yeah.
this is the thing, is we're trying to figure this out, because I think most people don't know what they're picking up and what should be used. And it's a good thing we're trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I run if there's a blue drum gun or a blue AR, I'm picking up the drum gun every time.
Okay.
But then if I come across a scar while I have that drum gun, I'm probably gonna hold on to both. If I run into a scar, depending on my shots that day, you know, maybe
Right.
maybe I'm hitting my shots with the tac submachine gun, and I'll drop the drum gun for somebody else.
And this is the other thing, is are you carrying 4 weapons, or are you carrying only 3 weapons most of the time?
It depends on who I'm playing with. If I'm playing squad, solo, because me and Little Man talk about this all the time. He likes to save 2 slots for heals. He likes either I'm carrying med kits and minis, and he's carrying bandages and big pots. And when I play solo, I tend to when I run solo, I carry 4 guns. It's usually an AR, hopefully it's a SCAR, a shotgun of some kind, and then the drum gun or tac submachine gun, a sniper or a grenade launcher, and then I'll either carry med kits or minis, depending on what I have more of.
Nice.
So what's your preference? Three guns or 4 when you run?
I've almost dumbed it down into 2 categories. The first one is when you're playing solo, you're playing squads, you're playing duos. I carry 4 weapons, and I carry minis. If I'm playing any sort of limited time mode, I carry minis and med kit or bandages. So that's the only exception, is when I'm playing on like a big team, whether it's teams of 20 or 50v50, then I'll carry med kits and bandages on me. Otherwise, I won't do it. I'll only med up once I get a kill or once I come across some medical supplies, but I don't carry it on me.
I mean, if you have med kits, I mean, a lot of the times we would carry bandages is like, well, RIP Anarchy Acres, by the way, because that's where me and Little Man would land a lot. And
oh man,
we'd usually have to run from the storm pretty far from there, and we'd always carry bandages. But now with the rifts, you know, you don't really, maybe you stack other things. If you have plenty of med kits to heal each other, maybe someone can carry big pots and more minis instead of bandages. I guess it just depends on your preference, because we would save the bandages mainly to get out of the storms, like if we're stuck in the storm from looting.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing too, is paying attention to that storm. But I've been focusing on attacking a lot, like getting people under pressure and continuing that progress. And it's very difficult, and I'm dying a lot. But slowly, as you gain progress, it's more and more fun to be on the attacking end.
Oh, I love being on a hill, hearing a golf cart nearby. I
just can't stand I can't stand when I'm like the guy that's being attacked out of nowhere.
Yep.
And you don't know where it's coming from. So like trying to rotate and understand the rotations with the storm circle it's so tough.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And sometimes it does take a lot of teamwork. Like there's the only dumb question is really the question not asked. So continue to ask your team what they're seeing, and because it's so important for the big picture of what everyone's seeing, and if they're going to spot something. Everyone's got to be looking at all times, unless you're healing.
Yes, my buddy Little Man, he's very good at, you know, sometimes people just get into they see the gun they want when they're first diving in, and oh, I got to get to that gun on the roof before somebody else does. But what he's good at is, you know, before he lands, while he's floating in, he's spinning around, he's looking and see who's going to which areas.
Yep.
So that way, if we go
know.
Anarchy or Lynx now. He's like, oh, okay, we got to worry about a squad pushing us from Lucky now, because we got 4 going there. So he's good at that. So I understand what you mean. You got to be aware of your surroundings. Call outs are very important, and yeah, your team's
that's
got
the thing too. It's great that he has that, because he's got the jump on the next place. So if you clear those 2 areas, then you can rotate from there with the storm, and you know you're not going to get attacked from behind.
Yeah, you cleared it out.
And if you got that on your side, then there's nothing you can't accomplish as a team.
Yep. I agree. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of missed the double pump, but have gotten used to running the pump tac submachine gun or drum gun.
Yeah.
It was annoying when I was getting double pump, so I don't miss it on that end, but I miss doing it myself.
You know what I found? Even when the double pump was big, the dual pistols. If you knew how to use them,
Yeah.
and this is the same thing like in zombies when you use the Marshall 6. There's just people that can't use it. But if you can learn to use it in Fortnite, you could get massive amounts of damage from far across the map, and then they nerfed it. So this is the thing with the version 5.0 update, is that the dual pistols on all rarities got nerfed, so it doesn't go as far. But the thing is you can still get hit markers just like you would a tac shotgun. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little more unreliable, but you can still aim it just as accurately and deal massive amounts of damage, just like a shotgun, even at with some distance. So I'm still saying, even with the latest update, those dual pistols are deadly.
I love them, but I'm not the greatest at aiming with them. So if I don't have something else, I mean I'll pick them up. But I knew before what you're talking about, before the update, I knew people that were running those pistols instead of an AR because they can shoot them just as far and do more damage.
It's so true, and they're still good now. But what's even making a comeback is the submachine guns.
Yeah.
And they got a big buff. And so it's like, do you want to rock the suppressed submachine gun, or do you want to rock the tactical submachine gun? Either one's great.
Or even if I'm looting tilted, if I have a common tac shotgun and say a green submachine gun, suppressed, if I'm going staircase to staircase and I got to worry about somebody, half the time I don't even have the shotgun out anymore because I know it's going to take 2 shots. And if I have the submachine gun out, I could beam somebody quick and be on to the next guy.
You see, and the reason I don't want to ever replace my blue assault rifle, a blue drum gun, is because of accuracy at long distance. So that's kind of the battle I always fight, is I can shoot far and still get damage on people with an assault rifle that's blue. But with a drum gun I can't because the recoil's crazy. But it's great up close.
Yeah, it's great up close. And medium ranges, as well.
So for me, I would keep the assault rifle, but the drum gun is like, it's either there or I'm going to replace it with a submachine gun, hands down.
Are you running, if you come across a purple heavy, will you drop a blue tac shotgun for a purple heavy? Or are you more of a fan of the tactical?
Yeah, at the rare of the shotgun, I replace my newest shotgun. So
yeah, I'm new to the heavies. I never really used them. I wasn't a fan of them, but I've noticed.
So if I see a shotgun, first thing I'm picking up is a pump. That's the lowest tier for me. Then I move up to a tac of that same rarity. Then I replace it with a pump if that's the first thing I come across, like a blue pump, and then I'll pick that up. But I will eventually replace that with a blue tac shotgun at some point. But if I get any sort of rare shotgun or legendary shotgun, I'm replacing that shotgun straight up.
The gold heavy's nasty, man. I never really used it until lately.
I always mix up epic and legendary because of Call of Duty. Do you do that too in your head?
Yeah.
Every time you're trying to explain it? Yeah, I mix it up because they're backwards from each other.
Damn Call of Duty. But you wanted to talk about XP boost. I saw you just uploaded a video. I'll actually, while you start talking about what you were doing in the video, I will link it in the chat for if people want to check it out. But go into XP boost if you don't mind.
Yeah, when it comes to XP boost, there's something critical everybody know right away. What's happening to your kills after you get 3 kills? By my research anyway, unfortunately, what's showing is that when it comes to kills, it's only your first 3 kills that count. And it's not a lot that it counts for. So your first kill is measured by something called get a kill, and that's worth 50 experience points. And then after that, well, it's called got an elimination, sorry. That's 50 experience points. Then underneath that, by the way, you can check this after action report at the end of when you die at any point, or after a victory royale. just don't leave the menu. It'll give you an option that says View Match Statistics, and you'll pull it up, and it'll show you your bonuses and everything at the bottom. Your total score is based off 4 elements: survival time, got an elimination, eliminations, and placement. But your eliminations, that's the third thing that's ranked on, it only counts up to 20 XP. No matter how many kills you get, it doesn't matter. That number does not go up.
Even say I have 15 kills and I get #1 victory royale, it wouldn't matter if I had just 3 and winning, it would be the same.
Exactly.
Okay.
Your got an elimination, which is your first kill, is worth 50 experience. Then it has eliminations, which every other kill should be here and recorded, but it only goes up to 20 XP, and I think that's the max it'll ever go. So every game, the most you can earn through kills is 70 experience points, which is nothing.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot, especially if you're trying to get to level 80.
Now, I measured this when I got 3 kills, and I had 70 experience points total. I measured this again when I had 5 kills, and it was the same thing. 70 experience points. There was no difference in getting 3 kills than 5 kills. So I wonder if you go higher than that, if these stats change at all, but I'm wondering why there was still 2 kills unaccounted for in the experience that I should have gotten. So I still remain confused at why that was a thing.
Do you think it has, because a lot of the things that they're doing in the game are to, how do I say this? They're trying to make the game playable for, I'm just gonna say it, noobs. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do you think that's why they don't want the good players ranking up too fast and making the not as good players wonder why they don't have a cool mask on their guy when they paid for the battle pass?
I'll tell you, it's an awfully good way to put a filter on it with and I'm glad I just made this video, because I feel like, at least with this podcast too, the message is getting out there that there is a filter right now on kills, and that I noticed it. And what's really counting for experience is your survival time and your placement. If you get first place, you get 300 experience points, and if you last till about the last circle, you're guaranteed 200 experience points for survival time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always wonder, because I get second place a lot, and I have noticed lately that just from getting second place and having a couple like 1 or 2 kills, I was ranking up faster with my XP than in a game where I maybe died 25th or something, and I had like 6 or 7 kills, and I would have more XP from less kills but surviving longer.
Yeah. And that's what my research has shown, is that that's what they're catering toward. That's the factors. It's bizarre, but it exists.
So boys, if you guys are listening, get 1 or 2 kills and win the game, and you'll rank up fast, and you'll have that mask and that cool coat on your new skins.
You'll still get placement XP. It just won't be 300. So even if you last the final 5, you're still going to get like 200 XP just for placement. Survival time is big, yes. Get 1 or 2 kills, and just make it as far as you can for the circle on your survival time. And that's literally the latest advice you could get when it comes to XP, because I don't think no one else is really looking into it.
So a lot of people aren't familiar. Like, I was in a game with a couple buddies earlier, and they haven't made it to the final circle yet. Have you noticed the final circle now, like, being moved outside the storm, so campers can't just camp in the final storm? The storm moves, and you have to move with it. It's very strange. Like, the circle will be in the storm, and you have to move in that direction. And I guess it's to make it so people can't just camp in a building the whole time. You have to be forced to move if you're the last couple of people. I think it's very odd. Me and Little Man we had no idea. We were in a 2v2 for the win, and all of a sudden we're like, what is going on with the circle? I thought it was glitched. I had no idea that was even a thing.
What's crazy is it's like once you get to the final, and I've been there a few times, but the problem is like the pressure gets on, because the next thing you know, the storm's coming in on you and you weren't prepared for it.
It does 10
as many
damage.
times-
It does 10 damage too. That last one.
Yeah, it's not bad. But still, if you get caught outside of it and you're getting hit with weapons,
You're dead.
like, how much XP do you got? How much do you got left? But yeah, it's like you got your circle, and then the next thing you know, it's another one pops up, and it starts filling in quickly, and it's almost like pushing you into combat.
Yeah, it's forcing you to fight, so you can't just hide.
Yeah, so I don't know. I kind of like it just because I'm trying to learn to attack more. But I could see if you're like someone who likes to camp and snipe, and sniping is like, you hit 1 out of every 10 shots.
Yeah.
I could see why that would be stressful.
Especially if you use the last of your materials, to build some type of base to get the height advantage.
That's the
and then
worst, getting at the end.
And then you got to move from where you are because the storm's different now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. That's what happened to us. We got caught.
Gunplay.
Yeah, and then you got to rely on your weapons, and hopefully they don't have grenade launchers.
Find a tree.
Find a tree and get some mats. What do you
hide behind it?
What do you think of this season's Battle Pass skins compared to Season 4's? I honestly was more of a fan of the heroes skins. I thought they could have done a little bit better of a job, but I thought the Tier 100 Omega was awesome. But I also think that the Tier 100 Ragnarok, when he's fully maxed out from XP, I think he looks great.
Yeah. It's different. I think if we had all the same options we do now, because it's more customizable, right? If we have the options we do now with Season 4 outfits, and there was a lot more things put into it, I think Season 4 would have popped a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, Season 4 was awesome. And Season 5 here is, taking more of what came from Season 4 and trying to make it better. So, of course, Season 5 is going to be better at the end of the day, just because it's the same thing, just lifted to the next stage.
And no jetpacks.
Yeah, and they took out hop rocks.
Yeah, which I kind of miss, but I get it. I mean, they added new ways to get around the map quicker, so they're kind of necessary. You don't need hop rock, golf cart, rifts. It'd be a little too much.
It would be a lot.
What do you think of the when you level up certain skins, you could unlock certain features for him? Like I have the guy with the vest, and I have like the mask for him now, and then I'm about 35,000 XP away from having the coat on him, and then I'm like 70,000 XP away from having the electricity on the coat. Do you think it's awesome that they added it, that it's XP now instead of levels, so that way you can go into Season 6 and you can still unlock those things? Or do you think it should be, I played the game during Season 5, I grinded, I deserve to have the stuff on the coat or the lights on Omega, and you don't because you weren't really playing? What's your thought?
Well, I think in a way that everything that you earned in Season 4 now becomes more valuable.
Yes.
Because of this. So, in a way, it's a good thing, because if you were there for Season 4, which I'm starting to call Season 4 veterans, because at some point, you got your OG people at the start, what's left that's rare? You got your outfits that, like the Skull Crusher, or what is it called? Stormtrooper?
Yeah.
And then you have the Zombie Woman. And then now you have a bunch of Season 4 characters that are becoming pretty valuable.
With the lights that you can change. I have the green lights on Omega because I got to level 80 and tier 100, and there's people I still see in Season 5 that they don't have the lights on their thing, and I'm kind of happy because it shows that I grinded a little bit more than the next guy. So I think people got stuff going on in their lives, and not everyone can play video games all day. I'm unemployed right now, so I have some free time on my hands to grind. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool that they added it. So if you can't play every hour of the day,
is coming. So once trading is here, you now have something valuable.
Yeah. That's true.
in Season 4, being cut off from the upgrades that you have, makes everything that you earn there pretty valuable, in my opinion. So if you're a part of that group, anywhere between Season 1 and Season 4, you now have valuable stuff for trading.
You see, I'm the season 3 beginner. I started in Season 3, and a lot of people are making fun of me because I got the Red Knight. But I love the back bling. That's the only reason why I got it. But I can understand why some people are upset that they're bringing skins like that back.
Yeah, and there's just certain ones that they haven't brought back. Like
everyone wants is that Skull Trooper, man. That's all everyone wants.
Mm-hmm.
That, and there's I forget the name of it. It's that girl rocker skin. You know what I'm talking about? With like the pink hair. I forget. I know everyone on Twitter, every time I go on a Fortnite post, it's always people saying bring that skin back, or leave a like to bring back Skull Trooper.
Yeah, but even the Spaceman, people eventually want the Spaceman from Season 3. And I got the Spaceman. I think you got the Space.
Which one? The Dark Voyager?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a rare skin of one day. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring it back though. I never thought they would bring back the Red Knight, but I mean, they make a lot of money with those skins, so I think it's only a matter of time till you see some of these skins that you haven't seen since Season 1, Season 2 will start making an appearance again.
I agree. So I mean, I think the skins from Season 5, they're gonna be okay. I don't think they're gonna be. They might be over creative. We just haven't seen them all. The thing is, we just got the Viking.
I saw that. I got the axe. I got the pickaxe from that guy. It's really nice.
It is nice, and that's by far the best outfit I've seen. So already Season 5's kind of bad, but it'll win other people for different reasons.
What did you think of that first day of Season 5 of that skin of that guy in the sweatpants? I thought that was very strange for a Season 5 starter. I don't know what they were doing there. I have no idea. Because I never would see myself purchasing that personally. But I mean, if you're someone that likes, an average guy walking down the street, then that's your guy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was strange. I don't know what they were doing there. But if you guys are looking on the stream right now, you'll see. If you haven't played Season 5, I'm in front of one of the rifts outside Pleasant right now, and when I jump through it, you'll see that I teleport somewhere. Watch me destroy the Durr Burger right here real quick, and then the storm's coming. And I'm jumping through it, and look how far I can get just by jumping through the rift. The storm is not an issue if you are next to a rift. You just get away so quickly. And if there's someone down below you, you can pretty much float all the way to a dive bomb straight to the ground and pull out a gun before they notice. Hitting your shots, that's on you.
And it changed the gameplay of Season 5 compared to Season 4 before completely. So I think this is what makes it a lot more fresh. People a while, and you can hear it in the sky. It's just a crack in the sky, and it's awesome, dude. And it makes it way more exhilarating. I know quite a few times my heart's been pumping when you start getting near to the top 5.
And you hear that crack, you better see.
Mm-hmm. You're like, where is he coming from?
Yep,
gotta be looking around quick.
Look up before they end up behind you. I'm happy I'm happy they added the rifts. It's great. It's just another way to get around the map, and the golf carts are cool because you can jump through the rifts in the golf carts, and if you can land right, you're not gonna take any damage. But if you land on the back tires too much or the front tires too much, you're gonna take damage and you could die. So just be careful if you guys jump through the rifts in the golf cart.
Yeah, I'm glad you put that in there because that's a serious thing. If you try that, it's pretty deadly sometimes.
So one bad thing about Season 5 so far to me is I don't get me wrong, I love the new areas. I just don't think that there's enough of them because now if you go, I've noticed like everyone's going to the new areas, because it's the new thing to do, and it's almost like Tilted Towers 2.0 in these new areas. I almost wish that they would have made a whole entire new map. I don't know if PUBG, I heard that PUBG does something like this where they just have different maps you can choose from to play in, but I almost wish they would have kept whatever was like kind of in Season 4 and then a whole new map, and like you can bounce between like the OG Fortnite map and A new one? Do you ever think they'll do that, or do you think they'll just be updates and new areas in the same game?
Oh yeah, I think it's coming. I think what we're seeing now is something that will continue to happen, especially in the next map. But the next map probably will not come until a certain celebration point for Fortnite, and I think I can't even predict when that's going to be, but I think there'll be some sort of like achievement that they've had, whether it be like a year or 2 years into Fortnite, and then they'll want to produce that next map, but it will be through the crack in the sky and somewhat of the storyline that I don't fully understand with this traveler that's coming.
Yeah,
And
I'm not.
he changed the directions of where the rocket went, but it's all on purpose, so it could definitely lead into the next map
Do you think
pretty
space is? Do you
nicely.
think space is an option for a new map, like in a different planet or something?
No,
No.
no, I think it'll be, I don't know. It could be Western themed. It depends on which direction they want to take it.
Yeah, because you got all new areas. You got a ship in the snow. You got your regular green grass, and then you also got
Mhm.
you got the desert Midwest kind of, or the West kind of already now all over. Moisty's gone, which I'm happy about because I was never a fan of Moisty Mire. I totally prefer this new area a lot more.
And the next area might be more tropical. We might see pirate ships. Uh, they brought in Thanos, so why wouldn't they try Jack Sparrow with Pirates of the Caribbean? It's all possible.
And they added a bunch of dinosaurs as well from Jurassic World. And if you, I don't know if you've been to Dusty Divot lately, but it's totally Jurassic Park too. That's all it is. That's all it reminds me of is Jurassic Park getting taken over by all the plants. Do you
And
do you see any other types of vehicles coming in? Because Realm Royale's got you push Z, you got a horse you could hop on. Do you
well, I
see
think
horses and wagons or anything coming soon?
dude, I could see this entire world that's being cracked into with all this stuff with being taken over with dinosaurs.
I think it would be awesome if they added some way to add dinosaurs.
And you gotta like frickin' run and get an all-terrain vehicle to outrun T-Rex. I
I
mean, it could be nuts.
I think that'd be awesome. I always thought that you know, if they added I always just thought if they added like as a mode where you have to worry about people, kind of like Thanos. You have to worry about people, but there's also something else in the map you have to be aware of. And I always thought adding zombies or like dinosaurs or something like that would be a cool game mode.
Oh yeah, that would be nuts. But I think for season 7, they should definitely go the Jurassic Park pirate theme with Vikings. I don't know. Go with something like that. That could be nuts.
The Jurassic Park would be awesome.
With a new map too. I don't know. I'm down for it.
I'd be down.
I also like the
be down
additions
for
they're
it.
adding to it. So it's kind of like if they keep changing the map and the storyline gets deeper, eventually something's got to give. I think they do got to make a new map at some point.
I think so too. I think
That's kind of where I'm leaning.
having multiple maps to pick from is it's only gonna have more people come in and play. I mean, you might not have as many people playing one map as the other, but I mean, you already have 95 plus people in a game, so I don't think you have to
Mhm.
worry about that. What's going on, Mr. Adam? Welcome to the stream. Um, that's all I really have for topics. Is there anything else you have on your mind about season 5 that you want to add? The only thing I have really is RIP Anarchy Acres. That was one of my favorite areas, and I'm not a huge fan of the new Links area, but I get it. You gotta try something new.
Well, I mean, every week we get a new.
New update.
Don't we get a new? Well, not just a new update. We get a new loading screen, right?
Yeah,
Every week. So that should sort of lead us maybe in the next direction of where we're gonna go. So as soon as we complete all of week 1, have you done that yet? I haven't finished it.
yeah. Going to Snobby was a pain in my ass. It took me like 25 games.
Did that give you a loading screen?
Yeah, I believe it did. I'll load in my game right now. I'll take a look. Let me see.
Because that's at least what can lead us into the next conversation. We'll have another. Should give us more. Just what's happening in general.
I'm looking it up online right now because if I pull up my gameplay, I'm gonna have yeah, there is a it's a loading screen. It's a T-Rex. It's a T-Rex character looking at I'll try and put it on stream for everybody. Let's see if I can get this picture up. Let's see, week 1 loading screen. Images. Here it is. Oh, let me drag this. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Week 1. Pull this
I like that backdrop banner you got too. That looks nice.
Let me zoom in on here. All right, I'm gonna pull it up to my gameplay up here, boys. This is the week 1 loading screen right here. So it's, you got a map out, which I'm sure if you pay close attention to, I'm sure there's something on there that that'll kind of give away to the next week. I'm wondering if each week, because of the cracks in the sky and the rifts, it maybe a different area each week will be different. Well, maybe Fatal Fields won't be there next week and it'll be something else. I'm not sure.
That's the thing, is it just seems like they're all kind of like welcoming this new guy into. You can't really tell what's going on. So I guess with week 2, we'll have a better idea of what's next. You know.
Yep. And might be better for you to go Snobby Shores next week when it's not so flooded. Or play with someone that plays on mobile.
Yeah, I see they got that dinosaur character back. They like to bring him in.
Yeah, and you know, I wonder if that's what would you say, foreshadowing, because they added some dinosaur stuff into the map. They have those in the desert. They have those giant. They have those
it
giant.
Could definitely
T-Rex.
be foreshadowing.
Yeah, they have those giant.
We'll see if it leads to dinosaurs next week.
I'm trying to see, yeah, because that's the new links. There's the hotel, the Durburger. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to wait till next week and see.
I'm thinking dinosaurs, man.
I hope so. That'd be awesome.
That's cool. This whole thing's cool, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, the riffs. You got the new drum. I'm finally happy that they added a gun I'm a fan of. I'm not a huge fan of the I'm not a fan of the miniguns when I don't have a lot of materials and everyone's just ripping me up and destroying my base.
Yeah.
C4, that didn't get nerfed. I saw a lot of people were pissed off about that.
Yeah, I feel like all that stuff's coming. So I mean, we'll have more information, but not this time around for C4, fortunately.
Yeah. Let's see in this gameplay. See, I'm running the pistols, a blue tac shotgun, a blue tactical submachine gun, and I got band-aids, and I'm drinking a chug. I gave little man the scar. I'm guessing I'm gonna end up picking up this blue assault rifle. Yeah, I picked up the blue assault rifle, but I also kept the pistols. Okay. Well, but I'm curious to see if at this time, if I ran into a drum gun, if I drop it for that blue AR at this time. This gameplay is maybe 4 or 5 days old. But any other thoughts on anything, Grizz?
I'd say if you can, maybe tweet to Epic Games, let them know what's going on with the X, and hopefully we get all of our kills counted for in the near future, and it reflects that in the after action report. That's my biggest hope here.
Yeah,
that all the kills count.
I would hope so, because I mean, I honestly don't think it's fair if someone just gets 3 kills and I get 15. I get the same amount of XP as them when.
Yeah, you should get more XP if you get more kills.
I'm still 100%. I'm still trying to top my highest kill game is 11, and I've tied it twice now. And I can't beat it.
But I'd like someone to prove us wrong too. So if some reason you get your XP starts running, I just haven't seen it yet. But I hope that I'm wrong.
Sundu says That makes sense since because the new stadium they put in a month ago was taken out with Season 5 and the area was not filled with anything.
Oh,
Could that
interesting.
Is that does that have anything to do with because the World Cup is over? I mean, I don't know about soccer. I'm guessing it's over.
Oh, I never thought about that. Maybe.
I'm hoping they add a baseball stadium at some point. I think that'd be really cool if they could add a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
You already got basketball courts. Yeah, you have a soccer stadium already. Then they got rid of the big one. But yeah, they got rid of it when Season 5 came out as well. Hey, what's going on, Zuniga? Welcome to the stream. Is there any areas that you'd like to see taken out, GRIZZ, and maybe added with something else? Or are there certain ones you're like, please don't touch it? I love it.
I'd like to see Wailing Woods go. I don't like Wailing.
I don't either, and especially if they keep the practice mode, the playground modes. I think Wailing Woods is unnecessary because the only reason I thought Wailing was necessary was for people that are new to the game to go there and not have to worry about a lot of people going and practice building. But if they bring playgrounds back, yeah, I think you could totally get rid of Wailing.
Yeah, it's just annoying that it's even there. Every time I get caught in that area with the circle, I'm like, where do I even build or start to build? I don't like it. I just would rather have some new area take over Wailing Woods completely.
Yeah. Is there an area that you don't want touched? I think, did you say flush?
I don't want flush or flush one right above it. I don't want them to touch that.
See, I didn't want Anarchy to go, but they sure did take it. But I also love I love Salty. I hope nothing ever replaces Salty. That's like my favorite area now. I'm trying to think. Are you cool if they ever get rid of Tilted? Are you Let's see. Hold on. Let me pause.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Let me pause the screen. Let me go back. I'm looking at all the XP and stuff like that. Where is it? At the end of the game. Let's see how many. I had 8 kills. Let's see what pops up here. Where am I looking? Is it like elimination XP? What will it say?
Yeah, your elimination XP. You'll see got an elimination, and then under that it'll say eliminations.
Maybe I'm not on the right screen at this point in time in the game.
You can only see it in theater mode. I'm not sure if you can see it in or if you're at the end of a game right now.
You see, I got 8 kills, 4 assists, and then total score was 660, and my total XP in this game was 1,354. Survival time.
Yeah, looking at what you're seeing right now, it doesn't have all.
Yeah.
It's only showing survival, which is weird. It should show everything else.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm pushing. There we go. Gotten elimination plus 50, eliminations plus 120.
You got 120?
Yeah. Oh, I'm bringing it back up.
Whoa.
Hold on. It's right when the eliminations pops up, it disappears, and this is an hour-long gameplay, so I got to try and pause it at the right time.
There it is, then. I wonder at what point it actually goes up. It's after 5 kills.
Battle pass bonus 90% plus 638. Placement 300.
Yeah, 300 is for the victory royale.
It says got an elimination 50.
120. So what gave you that extra 100? That was from somewhere between 6. It grants you that extra 100.
I'm trying to think.
Huh. See, I didn't know that.
8 elimination. I wonder if does that no, because it wouldn't. Assists wouldn't matter underneath eliminations. Or would it? Do eliminate or will assists? I wonder if assists are going underneath eliminations depending on the amount of damage I did.
Otherwise, it's like somewhere between 6 and 8 that gives you an extra 100 between there for XP.
Huh. All right.
We'll have to do more research into this because I don't think it's very clear at what points you're earning more XP and how much you're earning, because if you earn the same amount of XP up to 5 kills,
yeah,
then how do you only get 100 more XP
for getting that's
for
weird.
3 more kills?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't either.
I have no idea. But yeah, I would be I wouldn't be too mad if they took Tilted out for a little bit. I know a lot of people would be pretty upset, but I think it'd be good for the game.
There's so many other better parts on the map now for that. Tilted it's one of the old spots. Still there, missing out on spots, better loot, and I think more people, the more they explore, it's going to become less populated. So it won't be missed after this season or next season. It'll start to, other places will be better.
I noticed that if I can get in Tilted and get out with around like 3 to 4 kills, by the time it's done, I'm the only one in Tilted. It's not as flooded as it used to be with some of these new areas.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, just don't touch Salty.
Don't touch Salty.
Yeah, that's like
Salty.
That's like the
pretty good. I like it.
That's like the Fortnite Friday, which I think they're moving to Sunday now. If you guys are into that, I think the Fortnite Fridays are going to be on Sundays now, unless Keemstar was trolling. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't really follow those.
Yeah, I think they're moving the Fortnite Fridays to Sundays. I don't know why, but yeah. So if you guys watch those, make sure you double check on what day it's going to be on now, because I went to go look and it wasn't on. But all right, Grizz, I think we had a pretty good discussion here, and
yeah, season 5's looking fun, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you very much, and we'll have to get you back on soon. If any last words you want to say to anybody?
No, man, just that we just need to do a lot more research into comes to eliminations, and we're gonna find those answers eventually, and I'm just glad we talked about it.
For sure. If you guys want to check GRIZZ out, his link is in the description below. Check him out. Leave a like on his videos. Subscribe if you guys can. My name is ThaWarrior925, and we'll see you guys next podcast. All right, GRIZZ, thank you.
Viollent out.
All right, peace.
See ya.
Later, guys. Thanks for watching.